Hi, in this video I'm going to give you a tour of Canvas grades. Subsequent videos I'll show you how to create assignments and assignment groups. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I'm in a Canvas course called Training Gradebook, and I'm going to click Grades. And in the gradebook there's a number of important features on the menu here that you should know about. I'm going to start in the upper left and work my way down. This shows and hides the course menu. So if you want to get back to another aspect of the course, such as assignments, you just need to click this little 4 lines here in the upper left corner. This also brings you back to the home page. So that's another link you should be aware of. Grades and Learning Mastery refers to the gradebook and outcomes, which is a topic that will be covered in a subsequent video and instructional document. Information, of course, is exactly what it sounds like. Individual view switches from the entire class to the ability to view one individual's grades at a time, which is handy for conferencing with a counselor, with a student, and so forth. Here you can choose which section of a course you would like to display. So you can display all sections. You can display course 1, course 7, etc. Over here we have another drop-down menu. This is all grading periods or one of the 4 quarters. If you're looking at one of the 4 quarters, as you might guess, you're seeing just the assignments that were given in that quarter. You can scroll across to see all the assignments as well as assignment groups, which I'll get to in a moment. And if you go to all grading periods, you see all the assignments up until this point in the year, whether it's first quarter, second quarter, or whatever. Maybe not the most convenient view, but it's a good way to see all of your assignments at one time if you're not sure in which quarter you gave an assignment. There is no average for all quarters. The only averages available at this time are by quarter. And that is referred to as the total score here. And that is the score that will be the quarter grade that you'll pop into Infinite Campus at the end of a marking period. If you have a lot of grades in a particular quarter, not that one, but quarter 4, for example, has many assignments, and you don't want to be able to have to scroll back and forth like this to see the total, you can move this from the front to the back, or rather from the back to the front, and it will always be visible. It freezes that column so that when you scroll, you always see the quarter average. Okay, you can search for a particular student by name or by secondary ID, which is their Google CCSD account. For teachers, it's our email addresses, but for students, it's just their Google account. There's also a notes column, and in the notes column, you can type in anything that you want to remember about a particular student, maybe that they've seem to be slacking off, or something maybe that you want to remember to put into their interim report as a comment. Maybe they did a great job on a particular assignment. You can include that here. Students will not see this unless you're showing them your gradebook online. So that's kind of a nice feature too. If you go into individual view with a student, you can hide this column so that they don't see what you've written here. And then there's typical assignments here. I want to point out a couple of different types of assignments while we're looking at this view. This one is a complete or incomplete assignment. It's an assignment in which students either did it or they didn't. So they either get, in this case, 5 points, or they don't. If you put in a check mark, the student will get the full credit for that assignment, whatever you indicated here. If they did not do the assignment and you do not want to give them credit for whatever reason, you would select an X, and then they get 0 out of 5. And if you want to excuse a student, you would type EX or select EX from the drop-down menu in this window, and then they would be excused. You might notice this little speech bubble here. When I mouse over it, it lights up. That means that there's a comment there. And if we go to look at that comment, we see that in this case, due to the student's illness, they were excused from the assignment. If the student winds up doing it anyway, or for whatever reason you want to change the grade, you can do that right here in this window as well. If this were a number assignment, you could put the number in, and then you could click Update Grade. You could also add another comment, a subsequent comment, and the student can comment here as well. So you could actually have a dialogue about an assignment with a student right here in grades, Canvas grades. So there are group grades. If you create a group and there's a group assignment, you can give a particular student, here it is, you can give a particular student in the group a grade, and that grade will count for all of the students. And you can see I just changed it for Zach Arnold, and it also changed for Steve Walker and Joe Montewari. This student, test student, is not in any group. Change it back. All the other grades change for that group. Okay, so that's essentially all you need to know about the Gradebook View. There are other features, of course. You can import, you can export from a spreadsheet. You can set group weights, you can hide student names. You can arrange the columns by assignment group. That's kind of a handy feature if you want to look at all of the homeworks at once. Okay, thanks for watching, and be sure to watch our other videos on Canvas grades.